So this is going to be a quick kind of review of this Wheeler fat wrench, which is a uh, torque wrench pretty much designed for gunsmithing work. Wheeler's been around for a long time. They make a lot of gunsmithing parts and tools, and this is just kind of one of the tools that they make. Um, this is their this is their what they call their manual fat wrench, which means it has a, a, a like a gauge meter meter reading. Then they offer a another one that is all digital. I have had this unit for probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 years, and I use it on a regular basis. It's held up well, and I'm a big fan of the Wheeler products. A lot of people don't know this, but the FAT acronym and the title stands for Firearms Accurizing Torque Wrench, and they just kind of shorten it to FAT. The cool thing about a torque wrench is it allows for like repeatable and accurate torque being applied to screws or bolts or nuts, whatever, however you want to do it. In this case, with this particular torque wrench, it's predominantly screws, different types of screws that are used in gunsmithing. Torque is measured in, and I'm hoping you can see that on video, torque is measured in a measurement of inch pounds. And so it's inches per pound. And typically when you start doing anything gunsmithing work, you're going to see, as you do that work, you're going to see the recommended torque settings for different things. For example, if you're going to mount a scope, you may buy rings from one brand, and that brand may say recommended torque settings to mount the rings to the base is 15 foot-pounds, or sorry, 15 inch-pounds. And then you would use a torque wrench to ensure that you tighten it down to that specific torque setting and you don't over tighten it. And that's really where a torque wrench has value. This is like I said, this is what they call the manual version of the torque wrench. And basically you have a little reading kind of meter right here. And if you need to adjust the torque up, you pull this down and turn it. And you can see the little adjustment bar moves up as I do this. You can see it went from 10 to now it's at 12. That's 15, and then it kind of goes up to, there's 20. And then once you've got it set, you're gonna take a specific bit. Now this particular unit comes with 9 different bits, and then there are other bits that you can, I'm sorry, this one has 10 bits, and then there's other bits you can get if you can't find the one that you need. These are 10 of the most common bits that you see in gunsmithing. And just to sort of do a demonstration, I'm going to bring in just a kind of a no-name scope ring, and I'm going to sort of demonstrate kind of how this works. Okay, so that'll work. So I've got the torque setting on this. I don't really want to do it too high because I just want to do just for demonstration purposes. So the torque is set at about 15 inch-pounds. So basically when you're using a torque wrench, let's just say I wanted to tighten this down to 15 inch-pounds, I would continue to turn it until the torque wrench breaks. Like that. When the torque wrench breaks and it won't let you tighten anymore, you've met the designated torque setting. And that's kind of how one of these works. The bits are all, the bit head here is magnetic. So once you put a bit in, it stays in. doesn't come out until you pull it out. Um, this particular fat wrench can go all the way down. It will adjust as low as 10 inch pounds and it'll go as high as 65 inch pounds. And for gunsmithing work, you're rarely going to find a need where you have to go higher than 65 inch pounds. These are, like I said, I mentioned before, these are kind of your more popular sizes. Inevitably, if you do this long enough, you're going to find when you're doing something, you're not going to have the right bit head. And so, just so folks know, Wheeler makes a second larger bit set that you can buy that are made for the fat wrench. That's much bigger, and I think it's got like 40 or so bits in it. Also, this is what's called a 1/4 inch driver. This wrench will also, the Wheeler will also take any 1/4 inch bit. So you don't have to just buy the Wheeler stuff. You can use other ones. Although I bought the Wheeler just because I like to keep everything together, but that was just me. I've been very pleased with this since I've had it. If I had one little knock on it, it's that it can be difficult if you needed to dial in really precise, a really precise torque setting. For example, if you look at the lines, you've got a 10, then you got a 15, and then you got a 20. So if you needed to do 16, which is an uncommon kind of inch pound setting, but hypothetically, if you had to do 16 or 18, you would have to sort of guess somewhere between the 15 and the 20 pound mark about where you think kind of 18 is. So that would be the kind of the only like knock I would have, although I can count the number of times that's happened to me on one hand. And that's where the digital version probably offers, a little bit better ability to set you can get a more specific torque setting with the digital versus the manual. Although, like I said, I've had this thing for years. It's never failed me. I've dropped it a couple times. It's kept its correct measurements as far as I can tell. It comes in this nice little case. You keep everything together, close it like so. If you were in the market, like I said, for a gunsmithing based torque wrench, I don't think you can go wrong with the fat wrench, either in this version or in the digital one.